Hey, it's really not that scary. Hi, my name is Michelle and I'm an HQS Inspector. Welcome to the Housing Works, preparing for your Housing Quality Standards inspection. Over the next few minutes, this video will show you exactly what is involved during an HQS inspection and what your inspector is looking for. By the end of this video, you will know how to prepare for and pass your inspection. As many of you know, passing your HQS inspection yearly is required by HUD in order for you to comply with the Housing Choice Voucher Program. So failing your inspection could lead to the loss of your voucher. Oh, stop it. There's nothing to be afraid of. With just good common sense and a little preparation, you can pass your HQS inspection every time. So, let's get started. First, a few simple rules. 1. If it's there, it should work as designed. For instance, if you have a bathroom fan installed, it needs to work properly. 2. I inspect the whole property, inside and out. This means every room, including the garage and sheds. 3. If you think something is going to fail, you're probably right. Make sure it is repaired prior to arrival or pointed out during the inspection if you're concerned. 4. If an item fails, chances are there are ways to fix it. Now the basics. In general, your HQS inspector is looking for health and safety issues throughout the home. Let's look at some of the items inspected in every room. First, electrical. I look at every outlet to make sure it's wired correctly, meaning that it is grounded correctly, the outlet is tight in the wall, and that it has a good cover. Do not overload the outlet. The same holds true for light switches and their covers. All of the lights in the room must work and be mounted properly, including covers or globes. Make sure all the bulbs work and no exposed wiring. Next, I check the security of the room. Any exterior door must lock, including sliding doors, and have sufficient weather stripping. The door jambs and striker plates must be intact as well. Interior doors must function properly, including any passive locks. Keep in mind, the interior doors can only have passive locks that can be accessed from the outside of the room. If you have a room that locks from the inside, you will fail. When it comes to windows, there cannot be any broken panes and the locks must work. In a bedroom, you must be able to have access to exit the room through the window in case of a fire, so do not block the access to any window. Access and exiting your home is critical. Your doors and windows must lock, but you must also have clear exits from your home in case of a fire or other emergency. So, do not block any doors or windows, including the garage. Now, just a few more common sense items. There cannot be any large holes in the doors or walls. All the flooring throughout the house must be secure so that there are no tripping hazards. Now, inspectors are not the housekeeping police, but your home should be clean enough so that they have access to every room and the air quality is good. If you see mold in the bathroom or around a window, clean it. If your carpet is dirty, clean it. If your home is cluttered, clean it. If your garage is dirty, clean it. You get the picture. Those are the basics. Now let's look at 3 specific rooms: the kitchen, bathrooms, and the garage. Keeping in mind rule 1, if it's there, it should work as designed. Let's start in the kitchen. All appliances must work as designed. That means the refrigerator and freezer must cool properly. All of the burners on the stove must work and be properly installed. The oven door must have a proper seal, and the range hood light and fan must work. If there is a garbage disposal, it must be installed correctly and work. Next is the plumbing. The faucet must work properly, and most importantly, there cannot be any leaks. You must also have hot water. More on that later. A quick note on electrical in the kitchen. Outlets installed by sinks must have a properly functioning GFCI outlet. Just like all other rooms, the installed lighting must work as well. The same applies to all bathrooms. All faucets must work properly, including the tub and shower faucets. A bathroom must have a functioning exhaust fan or window that can be opened and a functioning toilet with no leaks. Please be aware the caulking around your tub and toilet must be in good shape and free from mold. So, that covers the kitchen and bathroom. Now, just a brief look in the garage. As mentioned earlier, your garage, if attached, must have clear access to exit through in a functioning garage door that locks. The general rule is you should be able to park your car in the garage, so leave room for your car and you should be fine. Since we're in the garage, let's talk about 3 other very important inspection items. 1. Electrical panels. They must have properly installed covers and there can be no open breaker slots. Each breaker must be properly labeled. This panel is located in the garage, but the same rules apply to panels installed elsewhere. 2. Hot water heaters. Your hot water heater must be installed properly, having temperature pressure relief valve and a discharge line that meets code. Typically discharging within 6 inches of the floor and in many cases outside of the home. Note, if you have a natural gas water heater, do not store items around the unit. This is a serious fire hazard. 3. Heat. If you have electric heat, such as cadet wall heaters or an older baseboard heater, make sure you do not have anything pushed up against the heater, such as furniture or a pile of clothes. The general rule is that you keep everything at least 12 inches away from a heat source. If you have forced air heat, please make sure the intake vents are cleaned and the filter replaced on a regular basis. Again, do not pack items around the unit. Okay, we're just about there. The most important safety features we need to inspect are your smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detectors. Your smoke alarms must be installed to code and have a functioning battery. The alarm must test properly. Now, if you have any gas appliances, wood stove, or an attached garage, you'll need a carbon monoxide detector installed to code in your unit as well. CO detectors must be present on every floor within 15 feet of bedrooms. The CO detector must test properly to pass. Okay, let's get out of here. The last thing on my list is to look at the outside of your home. I check to make sure your roof and gutters are in good shape. I also check to make sure decks, railings, and fences are safe and secure. If your fence is missing boards or your railing is loose, they will need to be repaired. Last but not least, clutter. You're not allowed to store old furniture, appliances, or debris around your property. In addition, you must have trash service. So if you have any trash or items building up, get rid of them. There you have it. That wasn't so scary, was it? Now, if you have an item that fails, don't panic. Your inspector will mail a list of items that failed to you and your landlord for repair. Together, you and your landlord will have approximately 2 weeks to complete the repairs. Once the repairs are completed, you'll pass your inspection. It's that simple. Thank you for your time and help in making the HQS inspection process as quick and painless as possible on everyone involved. Thanks and have a great inspection.